When I first saw him, I was hanging out with his roommate where they lived. I just remember seeing him and I felt some sort of like weird connection. I don't know how to describe it, but I just instantly felt something, and I just remember thinking like, wow, he's really attractive. I want to get to know him.
There was always kind of something there, or at least we felt that way, or at least I felt that way. And it's just started talking a lot more, then just kind of things progressed fairly naturally from there as far as meeting.
So our first date was in January 2014. We just realized we hadn't actually had an official date.
There was a little bit of time where we were just hanging out. Then we started hanging out like every weekend.
So he properly asked me on a date.
So eventually it just came up to, I asked her out on an actual date.
He took me to an expensive dinner, and then we went and saw a movie, and then we went and had drinks.
We had dinner, we had fun. We went out and watched a movie afterwards. I have no idea what the movie was now.
And then when we got home, he wouldn't let me go back inside until he properly finished the night with a hug and a kiss on the front porch.
She's dedicated to every part of her life. Whether that's the relationship she's in, whether that's her kids, because she's definitely a dedicated mom, and that's always something nice.
He gets along with my family really well and my friends really well, and I've never had that with anyone else.
But everything that she turns herself to, she's just full on. And that kind of just drive is awesome, and I love it. That's what got me.
I think I started realizing he was the one after he met my friends and my family, and they just kept talking about how great he was and, his qualities. He's funny, he's adorable no matter what mood I'm in. He knows how to cheer me up. He can always make me smile or laugh.
So for the proposal, I wanted to do something cool, and at least I thought it was cool. I think she agrees. I don't know. She liked it, it seemed like. But we went to Sedona to go hiking.
My favorite place would definitely be Sedona. It doesn't really matter where in Sedona, just as long as we're in Sedona, just whether it's at his grandparents' house or we're out hiking. That's just one of my favorite places to be with him. That's where I feel like one of the places that we can just get away from everything and everyone for a while and just be by ourselves and just completely connect with one another.
Everywhere you go up there, it's like looking at a postcard. It really is just probably one of the most breathtaking places I've ever been in. Aside from like middle of the ocean during sunset. But even then it's different, because that's one of those, you see how small you are kind of differences. Whereas Sedona is just like this, definitely seems like there was some sort of design going on.
I had been bugging him about going back up to Sedona for a while. We had gone right after we started dating, and we met his family out there. And I had bugged him to go back and go hiking again out there. And I told him that's all I really wanted for Christmas. And so Christmas Eve, he had the day off of work. We finally got to go up there. We drove up there like 6 in the morning. And we went to our favorite trail, which is the Devil's Bridge.
It's like a 1.5 mile hike, but it's like 45 degrees straight up. So you get up there and you're all hot and sweaty.
We got to the top of the trail and to the bridge, and there was already a woman up there, and she was like, hey, if you take my picture, I'll take pictures of you guys out on the bridge.
As if by fate or destiny, someone was up there to take pictures for us of me proposing to her.
And so we were like, yeah, okay, that's cool.
And she didn't know, but we had a backpack with us, and I stuffed the ring box and everything in the backpack. I was the one carrying it because I knew it would be.
We took pictures of her, and then she came back over and I started walking out to the bridge.
And we went out onto this natural land bridge surrounded by like let's say about an 80-foot drop. And then walked out to like the center and looked over at the person, was like,
She took a couple pictures, and then he was standing beside me and right behind me. He didn't want to sit out on the edge. And then he told me to stand up.
they were like, ready. And then she was asking me the whole time, what are you doing? I'm like, you'll see, you'll see. And it was just got down, was like, you are the love of my life.
He started talking about how I complete him.
Will you marry me? I was all nervous and still nervous. I get goosebumps thinking about it.
He got down on his knee and asked me to marry him.
And she said yes, and I felt like I was gonna fall off.
We kept it hidden that night from both of our families until the next day when we were all together and we told them.
Like, she said yes, like, immediately. But, like, all the things afterwards were like, and it made it really, definitely something I'll never forget.
Everyone was so happy and excited for us.
Even now, it's kind of an indescribable feeling, you know? It's just, like I said, that there was that connection, and that just made it kind of feel like it flooded through.
I remember just being in love with my ring and taking like a million pictures of it. I remember I couldn't wait to get home and get on my computer and plug the camera into my computer so I could pull all the pictures off of the camera that the woman had took.
Chelsea, just as with everything, I love you, and I always will. Don't worry about all this stuff that's going on, everything that's ever going on to go on. We have each other, and that's more than anything that we'll ever need to get through. I love you.
Timothy, I love you, and I can't wait to start our lives together. You've, since basically day one, you've been my best friend, and I know I don't tell you enough, but I'm so thankful to have you in my life and for everything you do. And again, I love you.